about Joe Cronin.
This sounds like a fantasy you have in your mind. I'm talking like a prince now. So
About Joe Cronin, like I could care less. I'm not really a fan of Joe Cronin, but definitely not a fan.
He thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a very shock jock or whatever. I have to explain, he looks like one of those guys from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper.
That guy is retarded, and yeah, I could care less about him, dude.
This is the Epic Voice Guy. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a very shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.
this sounds like a fantasy you have in your mind. I'm talking like a prince now. So
sounds like a fantasy you guys are having in your mind in the middle of the day. What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are on your lunch break or something like that today. I'm on my midday break as well. Hope everybody's doing good. Get hard, baby. I'm in my taking our midday break here with all you guys. Got a little bit of a lunch break here. Florida dealing with the hurricane is more interesting right now than a lot of the wrestling rumors. There's not a lot of good wrestling rumors or a lot of good wrestling news out there right now. There really is not. At least from what I can see and what I've seen and picked up on, you know, it's not been good as far as that goes. I'll drop the link for you. I'm sorry. I'm not going to forget today, unlike every other day. People have had to message me and yell at me, like, get the link up. There's the link. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things, like some of the biggest news is, like, will Shawn Michaels hire indie talent? And, you know, trying to manufacture the wrestling news right now is incredible. It's incredibly weird. I mean, no wonder that there's so many goofy stories going on right now, because there's just not a lot to really talk about. You know, and so because of that, you know, you're seeing just the... And I think the problem is that they've run out of the stories. You know, I think that they've kind of run out of stories, to be honest. And we're at this kind of a stuck-still or standstill about what's going on. And we'll know more maybe tonight, AEW Dynamite. And, of course... you know, a lot of the AEW talent, you know, has been told they don't have to show up tonight. A lot of AEW talent won't be able to make it. I mean, so at least, I mean, that's a nice thing, you know. Tony Khan being able to, you know, tell the wrestlers, hey, man, listen, take care of your homes. If something's going on, take the time. There's no questions asked. It's not a mandatory show. I mean, that's kind of an unprecedented thing, you know, to go on as, you know, in wrestling and, you know, for a company. Like, hey, listen, you know, you do what you got to do. There's a hurricane. You got to go take care of your home. Go take care of your home. You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. You know, that's it. So... that is an interesting thing. We're going to follow a little bit of that. It's a big story, man. It's a scary thing. It's not, it's not to be taken lightly. This is, I like to go into these things optimistic that, that they won't end up happening as bad or at all. For some reason, there'll be like a miracle at the last minute that stops the storm from happening or whatever you want to call it. I like to think that way because I like to pretend it's not real until the very end, but landfall is imminent. 8 seconds ago, Hurricane Ian set to make landfall within the next hour off the west coast of Florida. Right now, winds will reach 155 miles per hour. And it is going to come in still at the Cat 3, it looks like. But it is looking like it might slightly diminish to a 2 pretty early, but still really bad. That's still really pretty crazy. So we'll see what happens. As far as the hurricane, we'll be keeping an eye on it here for a little bit. I hope if you're on your lunch break at work, I hope you take your lunch break with me. Take your lunch break with Joe Cronin here on the Joe Cronin Show. Asher's here. Asher, how you doing, man? I hope you're okay, man. A lot of people have been wondering about Asher and where he's been and if he's okay. And so hope you're good, Asher. You stay good, brother. We all miss you, man. You be the best Asher you can be, bro. You be the best Asher you can be, brother. Yeah, we're gonna have call-ins coming up. I will open up the phone lines. There's a little bit of a. By the way, if you're on Patreon, you should have gotten the alert. So for the people that say they don't get the live alerts, one of the best things that you can do is you can become a patron on Patreon, even if it's only $1 a month. Even if it's just $1 a month, you'll get every alert that I'm live. You'll get every upload, whatever, and you'll get all the bonus podcasts plus all the previous ones. You'll get access to over 1,000 podcasts, like the Corrupted podcast and so many other things that you may have missed out on in the past. If you've never heard the first 180 episodes or whatever it was of the Corrupted podcast, I mean, we've had a blast on that show. It was one of my favorite things we ever did on Corrupted was actually one of the episodes where me and D Moon and JB, and I think Leo was on the show too on Corrupted, and we were making fun of these guys who were taste testing. I think they were testing Mike's Hard Lemonade, and I don't know, I don't know why, but we were like roasting these guys, taste testing Mike's Hard Lemonade. And I wish I could find the clip of us roasting that AEW guy. Remember the dweeb-looking guy in the outfit, and he was a skinny guy? I'd love to get that guy and a couple other times we roasted someone recently, and then go back to that Corrupted and get that, and maybe a couple other times, and put together a compilation of the top 10 times we roasted the hell out of somebody on this show, because those were savage roasts, man. Those were savage roasts. We were really destroying these two guys who were testing, I think it was Mike's Hard Lemonade. That was one of my favorite things. It was me and JB and D-Moon and Leah, and it was fucking hilarious. So go back and watch that, or find it if you want on Patreon. It's I don't remember what episode. It's somewhere between the 100 and, I don't know, man. It's 100 and whatever episodes that JB and D-Moon were on. It's one of those. And I think that JB and D-Moon and Leah and me, I think we were all on a consistent maybe 10 to 25 episodes together. And so it's somewhere in those ones. So it's hard to, I want to say it's in the 140s, but I don't really 100% remember. I can't remember everything. I can't remember anything sometimes. GMTA, how you doing, man? Cynical's here. Federico, how you doing? It looks like the alert's gone out to everybody. We're approaching 100 viewers live, so it looks like the alert's gone out to everybody. I will be taking phone calls as well. If you want, Superchats are on, of course. The only way to fund the show is Superchats. drop a super chat, become a member, whatever you want to do, and you can ask a question, make a comment, whatever you want, or at some point, we'll have the phone lines open if anybody wants to call in to talk about whatever is going on in the wrestling world or in the world in general. It's anything goes afternoon as always, so anything's on the table. I'm on my lunch break, it's my lunch break and my midday work break. I wake up, go to worky around 5 or 6 a.m. I get out around 12, and here I am, ready to talk with you guys, with you beautiful people.
Yeah,
Hey.
Dan Kennedy, long time.
Dan calling in on
Dan calling
in on the Skype. How are you, sexy pants?
How you doing?
I'm doing wet, man. I'm doing great. I'm not in Florida, so I'm doing fine. I almost died in a car accident today, though.
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah. Well,
another Massachusetts driver.
I would have been dead. No. So I'll tell you what. So I had to go to a doctor's appointment, and I don't have a second vehicle because the truck is breaking down so badly it needs all this work done to it. So it's over at Leah's dad's house, and our car needs the entire exhaust replaced, and so Leah's going to do that herself. But so I didn't have a car, and my uncle lives not that far away, and so he was like, I'll come pick you up, and I'll drive you to the thing you got to go to, and I'm like, all right, cool. But there's kind of a dangerous turn near up the road from us to leave our house. There's this really dangerous turn where you can barely see left and right. It's sort of one of those turns where it's like a rainbow, and our street comes out right at the rainbow, so the left and right sides arc, so cars come flying around. It's like one of the worst areas I've ever seen. It was one of the only downsides to moving to where I live is that, I was like, man, when the kids get licenses, I'm going to be terrified. So I'm going to teach them to go the other way where it's weird. But so, he's a bit older, my uncle, and he pulls out, he looks left, he looks right, then he looks left for a while. Then he just starts going before looking right again, and this truck is barreling by, coming right at us. And he slammed on his brakes. He almost, I'd probably be really hurt because I'm on the passenger side. So I would have been plowed.
So the truck almost hit you?
Yeah, so I should be dead today. But yeah, the truck, he beeped. The truck driver was pissed. What?
There's still time in the day.
Yeah, I could still die. Yeah, it's true. I should be dead. I'm telling you, though. We should.
I might die today.
With the way that, well, really? Well, why?
Yeah, I'm going to look at an apartment where Methadone Mayo used to be.
Oh, yeah, you might get shot over there. Just letting you know. But yeah, I almost. I'm telling you, man, if I got hit, there's no way I wouldn't be going to the hospital. So, I can't believe my day could have been a totally different day today than what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So how beautiful would have that been? And maybe I would have gotten such brain damage that me and you could take a math quiz and you'd beat me.
Hey, I could still beat you given that I have a high school diploma while you have a GED.
That's true. You might actually still beat me. I hope the hurricane doesn't come up and get us in Massachusetts, but I don't think it will because it's going to make landfall. It's going to hit Florida and die probably.
We don't need another hurricane. We're already set for a giant snowstorm.
Well, oh really? You think we're going to get a snowstorm?
Oh yeah, it's Massachusetts, Joe. When the winter comes and the snow comes, we're going to get hit by a giant snowstorm.
That's true. We got to get the king of the wheel of monetize this up on the board in a second, and I will do that. Dan, thank you for calling, man. Is there anything else you want to say before I let you go?
See you for the AEW review?
Yeah, I'll see you tonight, man. I'm pumped up. AEW hopefully is good.
Mm-hmm. Hey, if you're listening real quick, to all the listeners that aren't subscribed, subscribe to Joe Cronin.
Yeah, subscribe to me.
Or Jesse will come commit suicide in front of you.
Also, subscribe to Dan Kennedy's channel, Pink Rainbow Fucker. It's a really good channel. Thank you, Dan Kennedy, for calling in. Good to hear from him. I do suggest Pink Rainbow Fucker, Dan Kennedy's YouTube channel. It is a beautiful thing, and he's a beautiful mind. So, oh my God, Asher has gifted a sub. Look at this. Hell yeah, look at this, man. Unpack it. Asher has gifted one member. He gifted a sub to somebody, so somebody's now a member because of Asher. I wonder who got the membership. I wonder how that even works. I mean, it works probably like Twitch's, I guess. Man, Asher, thank you so much, dude. Asher dropping a membership gift to somebody. I don't know who got it, but that is badass. Maybe we'll find out in a minute. Asher, thank you so much. One membership gifted. Oh, he gifted it to Patrick Carnes, a longtime OG and a great guy. Pat Carnes gets the membership gift, courtesy of Asher. Asher, thank you so much, man. That's pretty badass.
You raised a piece of shit.
Yep. Yeah, Zach McNulty. Remember when Tommy was subbed to all those channels? Yeah, dude, that was some funny stuff, bro. He was like subscribed to like naked this and porn channels and stuff. Yeah, though that was something somebody else did. I think he accused James Worley of that. I don't remember, but I think he accused one of those people of it. It was one of his former cohorts or whatever you want to say who did that. So I do remember that, though. And I remember I tried to tell him, and he was like basically snarky with me, saying I was making things up. Like that, dude, that guy never believed anything. You know, it's weird because nobody ever helped Tommy more than I did. But every time I helped him, he just got more and more suspicious of me. It's so weird. You know, you help the guy make a video that gets 1 million views, right? I helped him get a video, I think, that got 2 million views. And the guy was like, and then immediately after, the guy treated me like I was some kind of scumbag. It's like, you're the one who lied and made the video, you know. But yeah, it's just weird, man. That guy was very strange. And then I told him, like, dude, you know, you have like naked whatever on your channel everywhere. He's like, no, I don't. And I'm like, okay, but you do. And then he's like, you did this. And I'm like, what do you mean I did this? I'm telling you about it. Dude, that guy was I got to be honest, man. I don't really complain that much about how people are. I don't really care. That guy was a piece of shit to me for everything I did to him. And we were pieces of shit to him on the show a little bit. Like, we trolled the hell out of him and ragged on him and everything. But other people do that all the time to him still. And he doesn't do... I don't know why he was... It's weird. I wish I never helped him at all. I wish I wish when the Leafy thing happened, I didn't say a goddamn word, because then nobody else would have. Tommy wouldn't have jumped into the whole thing. You know, he never would have made that video that got attention, so he never would have gotten anything from there. And pretty much it would have just gone away. Leafy would have made fun of him. He would have been upset. And that's about it. Trolls would have attacked his channel. And then he would have moved on. And that would have been it. But because I told him to do that video, he got millions of views. And then everybody sympathized and was like, oh my God, what's going on? And oh my God. And Leafy had to take down the video, and then everybody. So it's like, but the guy literally doesn't care. He still treat me like shit. Like, nope, Joe's scumbag. I think that guy. I think he sucks. What am I expecting out of Dynamite tonight? That's a great point. Now, we are live on the lunch hour. Last couple of days, I meant to go live around noon, 1 o'clock, or earlier. But, you know, today we actually finally made it on time. Although there is something to be said about going live for me around like 1 or 2, because then it kind of like does. We usually do a pretty good couple of hours leading into the 5 o'clock time. Let me see here. Yeah, now he's a gigantic blimp, I guess. Yeah, he's a big fatty now. Road Dogg. Yeah, no, I don't know, man. I'm looking at we don't have an AEW preview for tonight. That's the problem. Like I don't have an outline exactly of what they're going to do tonight because I don't know how many stars are missing, how many adjustments that they've made tonight to AEW Dynamite because of the hurricane. So that's the real thing that I'm looking at is like, well, what's changing tonight because there's such a different dynamic with, telling an entire roster. Like, hey, guys, you don't got to be here. It's just, it's kind of a crazy thing to have that many people, and so there's no, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know, are like 3 people not going to show up? Dude, a lot of wrestlers live in Florida, so it's like, a lot of wrestlers live in Florida. You're talking about like, I think like 70% or 60% of the roster maybe or something like that. Like, they live in Florida. So what are they going to be doing? Are they going to go to Dynamite? Are they going to decide, I can't go to Dynamite? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, let me send that to you on Google. I'm sorry. Bear with me 1 second while I get this going. Let me just share this to somebody. Do. All right, let's see. I just gotta make sure I got this right. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me 1 second, folks. Okay. My bad. I got I'm doing like 7 things at once, and I don't know what I did, but I did the wrong thing. Dude, I'm so ridiculous with stuff sometimes. What is this? Rybat. I'm trying to do too many things at once. I have too many things to do in the day. I don't know what I'm doing. I was trying to send a copy of something to somebody who asked me for it, and I just realized, like, I don't know what's going on with the thing, but I couldn't access it, and I'm not going to be able to do it during the stream because it takes too much thinking to figure it out. So to that person, I will get to it as soon as I end this stream, but I can't right now because I just can't figure it out while I'm on stream. Yeah, man, congratulations to Patrick Carnes, man. He got off that meth. Yeah, they call it meth mile or whatever they call it over there. But, yeah, man, it's a good thing you got off that, man. Congrats on that. That's a hard thing to do. No doubt about it. So many wrestlers moved to Florida. Let's see. Luckily, I don't have those, I've never been too addicted to anything for myself. So luckily for me, I've been lucky with that.
Shit bum.
Are you watching it tonight?
David Hodges, of course I am. Yes, AEW Dynamite every single Wednesday. Every single Wednesday. David, I appreciate it, man. I'm sorry, I just clicked over to Skype. There's a lot of phone calls coming in right now. I will get back to Skype in a minute. I see 781. I see 203. I see Devious calling. I see Mark is calling. I will get back to Skype in a minute. But there are a lot of calls coming in. But yeah, man, there's a lot. I'm live every single Wednesday night for AEW Dynamite. Every single Wednesday night. Daddy Joe's live for AEW Dynamite. Wednesdays, it's Dynamite. Mondays, it's Raw. We're live almost every day. I'm not usually live on Tuesdays and Thursdays anymore. Sometimes on Thursdays, I do Out of Nowhere at Night or I do something random, and same thing with Tuesdays. But Tuesdays and Thursdays have been fairly... yesterday we did 2 streams, so I did an afternoon one and one at the night. So what up, GMT? How you doing, man? We're almost at 69 likes, and you know what that means. Daddy smiles when we get to 69 likes. Real quick while I load this up, take a look back. Take a look at this chart the other day. Look at this. Watch this.
Drew a gigantic penis. You know, your prediction for the hurricane is that a giant dick is going to engulf Florida and potentially, like, fuck it. I mean, I'm not to be adolescent here, but, you know, that's what I'm seeing here when I see this. Welcome to Throwdown, too. It's been a long time since I've done a Throwdown, which is kind of a, well, you know, it's just a regular stream where I ramble about anything.
You know, whoever gets that cock image, now that's a throwdown right there. Look at that. I was, by the way, I was sent this by like 16 different people. And because I don't have Twitter anymore, people were like, you know, Instagram DMing me, emailing me, whatever they could to send me this fallacy or flaccidity or whatever you want to call it.
She wants it to follow her home. She wants it to follow her to 7-Eleven. Okay? God damn, is she horny. Look at her. She's staring at. She knows she's horny after this. She wants that. She wants to lick that, suck that, fondle it. She wants it to follow her home. She wants it to follow her to 7-Eleven. And then she comes out with a soda, slip up her skirt. And then excite her with a smiley tickle between her legs. She wants it to, you know, rip through her tampon pad and into her. You know, she wants it to say yes when she says no. Like, just so many things. She wants it to snow out and this pokes up out of the snow. You know, she wants someone to drill a hole in the wall and this to pop through it. She wants this to be delivered on Christmas in a package with a vibration. She wants this to be her husband tomorrow morning. You know, she wants to wake up to this every single morning. That's what I get out of this.
You raised a piece of shit.
Halloween doesn't really end, it just becomes November 1st. Remember Jamie Lee's titties from Trading Places? Gorgeous. Gonna send you pic, Joe. A weather station is tracking the hurricane, but it's shown in shape of a cock. Rostafa, what did you think of Hamilton?
Rostafa, what did you think of Hamilton the other night?
Well, you know, Rostafa gave the wrestling show a not very good grade. Rostafa the other night, Rostafa said he went to see the last match. Rostafa went to see this play of wrestling. Matt Cardona was the star. He was the featured guy. And basically, this guy, you know, he was like putting it over like crazy. He was putting it over like crazy. He was like, I love this event. You know, it was the most amazing thing. You don't understand what I saw. And then we're like, hey, Rostafa, what would you give the last match as far as a play? Like, after you've seen all these plays and theater acts and all these other things, what would you give it? Rostafa gave it a fucking 6 out of 10. I'm like, well, that's not, you know, that doesn't make me want to go see it. You know, it says this great thing. It was a goddamn 6 out of 10 according to Rostafa. Like, what the hell, bro?
There's something going on up in space. There's something going on up in this place.
Oh my God, he's here!
Weird gotta happen in strange.
Allison, talk
happening. What the fuck is happening? Aliens, extraterrestrials. They gave me a shot.
I'll fucking kill you, boy. I'll kill you, boy. I'm coming for you.
You're not you, la la la. I'm fucking crazy, split personality, Scott
I wish Green Bay would buy out Dante Adams' contract so he can get his family and go back to Green Bay, play for them for the same amount of money. I think the Green Bays will give them that kind of money and he could retire as a Packer.
I agree. You said that, you know, you brought this up last night, Allison. Allison, thank you for the $49.99. A bombs away from Allison. Buy out Devontae Adams' contract. Get him out of there. Dude, the comment last night about how he won't. They won't throw to the wrong color or whatever. Like, oh my god, dude, that was killing me. Allison dropping a big time sex bomb on us tonight with a super chat party from Allison, and that is the largest donation to the stream so far. Allison, thank you for that. We will make sure to get Allison, boom, get her up there, get her up against the wall. Thank you, Allison. Really appreciate it. I just think that. And by the way, I made the mistake of picking him at the beginning of the year. Well, actually, I was forced to pick him on my fantasy teams. And it's like, dude, this guy is going to bury me. Like, I am done with this pick. He's eating up all kinds of salary cap for me, And it's just pissing me off. Like, he is eating up my salary cap. And, what you said might not be wrong. The racial matter. I don't know. You might be right. So, hey, good thing Leah went to the doctors because, look, she's got an infection. See? Fucking knew it. We all knew it, man. She's got an infection. 508, I hung up on you. My bad, 508. I always hang up on someone. Sometimes I click the button too late and I hang up on people. 508, I hung up on you. My bad, brother. Let me go to another phone call. This will take me a second. The lines are open. Is this Triple M?
No, it's Asher, you retard.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I only got a second of it, so I couldn't figure it out. How you doing, Asher? So, well, I won the bet. He didn't kill himself. What's up?
No, I'm fine. Well, at least I am currently. I've just had to take a break from basically everything for like the past 2 or 3 weeks.
I noticed. I was like, is he all right? But yeah, man, I hope you're good. Sometimes you got to do that. Hope you're good.
Yeah, but I think I'm good now. Hopefully, if I can stay up long enough, because my sleep schedule is so off. I've been up since like 1 in the morning. And
Wow.
maybe I can make it for Dynamite. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Don't kill yourself. Dude, I know my schedule is so jacked up. I have so many. Listen, one of my biggest regrets in my life, I can tell you at this point, is gonna be I already regret it every single day. I don't have enough time to do things that I want to just it sucks. Like, I have no time. Like, I have friends that hit me up that's like I don't have time to do anything. Even my uncle was like, I'm not that far away. You can always call me, and it's like I never call anybody because I'm so busy. Like, I work friggin' I'm just so busy. I have no time for anything. And if I won the lottery tomorrow, there'd be so many people to hang out with and so many things to do and relax and see everybody. Like, there's just no time. It's awful. But yeah,
Exactly.
Hopefully you're all right.
But yeah, I'm fine, I guess. I've been working on a lot of content for myself on my channel, and it's actually been doing a lot better.
That's why.
views-wise.
Is that why you left? You tried to pull an ex-JCS co-host and try to leave and pretend?
No. I've uploaded maybe 3 videos ever since I left, and they were all like short little 5-minute college football videos.
Well, that's cool. I'll have to look at them. I don't even know if I'm sub to it. I'll have to look at it.
Yeah, you should go check.
Am I not sub to it?
I don't know.
I'll sub.
I'd really have you advertised on my channel as one of my friends.
Well, I am your friend. You okay? But yeah, relax and just remember that I went through crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like, when I was in 2006, I was 22, and I was I was at a bottom of the barrel, like darkest days. You know what I'm saying? I was 22 at that point, and then I don't even think. Even in 2010, I was pretty rough. So, again, what's going to happen, Asher, if you keep, going forward and doing well and or trying to do your best and just pushing forward, what'll end up happening is eventually someday, like, the best parts of your life are going to happen. Whether that's 30 years, you might be 30 when you start realizing it. But, dude, you're going to be like, wow, thank God I made it to now, because even if you're 35 when you say that, it's like, wow, that was a rough childhood. It was a rough teenage years. It was my 20s. I know I was an idiot, but now I'm 30 and figured out stuff. You're going to be happy that you went through all that to get to some point in the future. So, that's why you just got to keep trying things, and when you fail, learn from it and try another thing and keep going, and you'll eventually figure it out.
Yeah, I know. I'm stuck in like 5 different million ideas that I want to do, now that I'm an adult and can do basically whatever I want now, except for like drink and smoke, which I'm not the smoking type of person, but like job and career wise, I've got like 15 million things on my mind.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to just kind of pick a couple, because I'm like that. I'm scatterbrained. And so you just got to kind of pick your most. What I would just say is like you do some kind of job that you have to do because it's there, and then you do your side thing, and you just keep searching for it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
like the main thing that I'm wanting to do is, I think I've told you this before, was go to
Hooker.
Like a pro wrestling academy or something, because I met Dr. Tom Pritchard last summer, and talked about his wrestling school in Knoxville, Tennessee. So that's always been one of the big things that I've been wanting to do.
Yeah, I would say go do that now, because you're not going to be able to do it later. I mean, look at me. I was in wrestling school, right? And I was like really going for it. And like I was doing well, and everything was great, I was being trained by the Viking Raiders guy, and then and then when Leah when she got pregnant, when my girlfriend left me, rather, it was like I just kind of stopped going, and then when I finally came back to reality a year later, I was like, I got to go back to wrestling school. But then Leah got pregnant, and then I was like, oh, I got to go get another job. So I never went back to wrestling school. So it's weird because, dude, my dream was like, I'm going into wrestling. That was what I was doing. But because I was having a kid, and by the way, that's how you find out what your real priorities are, because I've always wanted to have a family and to have kids and stuff. So once Leah was pregnant with a kid, wrestling like went out the window in my head. And I was like, oh my God, I'm dad. That's all I want to do is be a dad now. So, like, it's weird because now I kind of want to get into I've been wanting to get into wrestling the last 8 years, but it's just sort of too late, right? I was 23, right? I was 23, 24, and I was training and I was wrestling in matches. I wrestled Kofi Kingston and stuff like that, and other people that But, but right now is the perfect time for you to do that, because if you don't, you have a couple of years to learn and figure it out, maybe get booked and decide if it's really what you want, get a side job, you work in a job, do the weekend warrior thing as wrestler. And then, either your career stuff will take off and your job will be the most important thing, or you'll meet somebody and that will be the most important thing, or the wrestling stuff will take off and you just do that. I mean, whatever. But so it sounds good to me, what you're doing.
But if I ever make it to WWE, I'm definitely letting Stephanie and Trips know, hey, you should hire Joe Cronin for commentary.
Well, then they'll fire you. And they ever hear you call him Trips, they're gonna.
That Cronin guy? Yeah, we've heard of him.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Shut up about him.
Hey, Brian, remember that guy, that fucking guy with a hat, the backwards, the dickhead, with the pubic hair face guy? Yeah, you're fired. You're fired, brother. Get out of here. And they just fire you.
End up on AEW doing wrestling on Dark Elevation for 1 month and then released.
Yep, you'd be done. Well, the AEW will be out of business by then, and MJF will take over AEW. MJF, he'll be the guy. He'll take over AEW.
He's like the Triple H of this era to me. I feel like he's going to do so much more bigger things than just wrestling.
Really? What, MJF?
Yeah, I think he could go into acting, kind of like.
Oh God! But you know what? I don't want that, because
I don't want it. But I think that's what he's going to do. It's like some type of Andy Kaufman type acting role.
I just want a guy who's focused on being an awesome wrestler and entertainer and stuff like that. And man, if you get a guy that's like doing that. Like, oh, it's all right. It's like the guy hasn't even started to really explode his wrestling career. He's just at the beginning of it, and you're already mentioning like he's gonna do other things in Hollywood. It's like, oh no, dude, that's what I feel like has derailed Sasha. It's kind of sidetracked her into all that. So she's now doing that because of whatever. Hang on a second, Asher. Hello? Woo!
At the event, Mustafa saw the last my last match, the wrestling match with whatever it is. Oh, it's called The Last Match. Let's see if anybody has put up a video of the last match from the other night. Let's see. Wrestling musical. Okay, I'm searching it now. We saw the trailer. Oh, here we go. Here's a short from it. I guess I'm trying to figure out how it's a musical because there's a lot of real wrestling going on in the ring and stuff like that. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, well, I haven't heard one song yet from it. Does anybody know where an actual song from the musical that just took place in New York the other night, The Last Match, does anybody actually have a clip or a song or anything? Does anyone even care? I haven't seen it on YouTube anywhere. I can't find clips of it at all. You would think that it would be somewhere. Like The Last Match, like anything. There's like no highlights of it, no clips of it, no real fan cams of it, but I did predict that this would be the song. Listen to this.
These producers based out of New York, New Jersey. So he was there, and I actually met him a little bit. And so the guest of honor, the MC was Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
My last match.
Oh, God.
This is my last fight.
Oh, no.
I must step into the ring and perform. This is my last match.
He's gone. He's done it, ladies and gentlemen. He's done it.
I will give it all to you. This summer, a musical nobody ever expected. Professional wrestler. Hero. And even if I have to bleed, even if I have to blade, even if I take a chair shot to my skull, I will have my last match.
I mean, they really should have done that. Listen, I'm not the best singer, but if they had gotten a real singer, that would be one of the best songs ever. This guy is like, that's it, I've got to do it, this is my last match. Like, it would be, oh my God, I would have tears, and they would almost insinuate that it was Ric Flair. Ric Flair just had his last match, right? So, I think that there was a lot of room for some epic shit. But be that as it may, right now as we're speaking, a gigantic cock is being showed on Florida TV as they talk about the hurricane and the potential for what is, this catastrophic thing that's about to take place.
I'm back. I'm sorry. Back to live again. My wife called me. I had to take a phone call. My wife has a double ear infection and a sinus infection. It's funny because she wasn't going to go to the doctor. She's like, I'm ignoring it. I'm like, you dildo. You better go to the doctor. She goes to the doctor, and, of course, she's all jacked up. And now she's really in pain. So good thing she went. But apparently they're out of the medicine that she needs, and she can't get a hold of the doctor so they can give her something different. So she's out there like waiting. It's fucking crazy. So I had to take the call. Sorry, I'm back. We're back. We're live again. Here we are, and I will resume the party in the chat. If you guys are in the chat, feel free to hit the like button, stick the thumb directly up my ass. We're talking about AEW Dynamite tonight. The wrestlers, they don't have to be there. A lot of wrestlers live in Florida, so they're all going to be affected by the hurricanes, so that is something to look at. And, of course, WWE rumors, news. Not a lot of good wrestling news right now. It's kind of the storm is really kind of taking precedent over everything to me. So this week's Dynamite could be kind of a thing we write off a bit, because of this, with a little bit of an asterisk near it, because we're kind of moving into, just dealing with the storm and whatsoever. But soon, maybe next week. So I'm not looking forward to too much tonight. I'll give them a little bit of a mulligan tonight if things are a little bit odd. Makes sense. I understand. This is an emergency right now. Dude, it's a massive emergency. Like this is a real scary situation. So I get it.
There's something going on.
Oh my God.
There's something going on.
There's something going on.
There's something weird.
There's something going on.
Strange kinda happening. Things are kinda happening. What the fuck is happening? Aliens, extraterrestrials. They gave me a shot. Nanotechnology. I'm not me. You're not you. La la la. I'm fucking crazy. Split personality. Scott McKinnon.
Aaron Rodgers trusts Dante Adams, that's why they click, and then I throw the football at him. Most of the time he will throw the ball at other players for them to catch too, but it seems like it's for Dante Adams, that's why I say they click. Yes, no doubt about it. Listen, there's always receivers and quarterbacks, right, that click with each other, and then they get along. And they, it's like even on the Patriots, the crappy Patriots right now, I forget his name, Myers or whatever. He was clicking with Mac Jones before Mac Jones got hurt and before Myers got hurt. So everybody has this, and no doubt that Aaron Rodgers, has this as well, that he trusts Dante Adams, or Devontae. I was calling him I don't know. Devontae, Dante, it's all Ante. That's why they click and then throw the football at him the most. Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be your favorite target in football, right? So that makes sense. Man, thank you, Allison. Allison dropping another bomb. Yesterday it was the ghost from the coast, but today it is Allison dropping the bomb. Dropping the bomb is Allison. Thank you, Allison.
This sounds like a fantasy you have in your mind. I'm talking like a prince now. So
sounds like a fantasy you have in your mind. Yes, if I talk to you like this, I can patronize you all day long. Let me just deviously patronize you all day long. Oh, yes, if I talk like this, my points matter. But if I, I love it. I love the strategy. I appreciate the strategy of, deadbeat Devious, by, when he says something that's not true, and then you dispute it, and then he again says something that's not true, and then you get angry, and then he just lays back and says, well, you're getting quite emotional now, aren't you? It's like, imagine if I just made shit up about you, and then when you started finally getting irritated about it, I was like, wow, you're getting quite emotional, aren't you there? See, I don't have to raise my voice. Oh, man. What a classic tactic. But I like that I'm not the only one that's realized this about Davey Boy, and that Luke Rojas picked up on it.
This sounds like a fantasy you have in your mind. I'm talking like a prince now. So
But if you can just remain calm and do the same thing back. You ever notice how people do pick up on it, then they do the same thing back, and like, okay, I'm going to talk to you like this. Like the same way he did it in that fight. Luke Rojas was like, okay, I'll talk even softer than you. Every fight turns out that same way because it's the same tactic. Like when I got in a fight with Dave, man, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk to you like you're talking to me. Like, and I was like, I did the same thing to him. It's the same fight. Go listen to it. It's hilarious.
Saying that I was on there saying stuff in the chat. The fact that you've been lying.
What does that have to do about the tweet of Jesse?
Yeah, but Dave, what does that have to do with Jesse,
Because
though?
it's about time that I started speaking the truth rather than hold my tongue.
You told a lie, you fucking idiot!
No.
Everyone knows you're a liar now!
No, it's...
You just talk circles around shit! You fucking liar! Tommy Steve was right!
You're fucking over...
You got to get me, like, pretty angry to repeat a word. You know? You don't hear that a lot from me, you know? But for me to say you're a fucking liar, I mean, like, dude, there's a conniption happening in my brain because I believed I was so right that I said the same word twice.
Overreacting at the fact, and again,
you can't give me an answer, you cunt.
You can't give me an answer, you cunt. That's what
Again,
I love fights. I don't know. It's just fun.
Who's the one who's overreacting here?
I am because you're so fucking crazy.
I'm crazy.
You are crazy, you liar. You can't even answer me. Why did you say that Jesse fucking lied?
Okay, trying to explain to you. Why did I say about that, Jesse? About Jesse? Because that is one of multiple instances where I've held my tongue to try to let things...
See, that's not an answer. I love it, though. But Rojas also. Luke Rojas hides behind humor and comedy. So, Luke Rojas, I want me and Luke Rojas in a fight with each other versus, let's say, Leah. I think Leah, Rojas, and me in a fight with each other would be wonderful. Maybe throw Dave in there, too. And that'd be a good battle. You know what I mean? That'd be a good battle. You know, all of us together having a gigantic argument. I think it could swirl into a fun situation.
This sounds like a fantasy you have in your mind. I'm talking like a prince now.
Speaking of unhinged people, let's listen to this clip.
Me, you fucking bitch! You fucking stupid ass motherfucking cunt! I don't give a fuck, motherfucker!
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. I don't give a fuck, motherfucker. Oh no, bro, that's funny. I don't know what that means, but it's kind of funny. Turpa says it may swirl into a fantasy. Ryback. I don't know. Getting into a fight with Ryback would be good. Like a podcast with Ryback, and I get into a big fight with Ryback. That'd be great. Me and Ryback in like a back and forth shouting match. God damn, that'd be good. That'd be great. Me versus Ryback. Ryback is like, I'll kill you. I'll choke you out. I'll do all these things, dude. He's flipping out. Ryback's just losing his mind. You know what I mean? That would be great. I don't really think Drew's had any promos that have been worth it, this year. I mean, he's had good ones. He's like, all I can think about is Drew is that like that weird fucking villain, like is that weird singing thing he did at Saudi Arabia or at Clash at the Castle. Where I can't even think of a Drew promo. All I can think of is he's at Clash of a Castle and he's like, well, this American pie, we drove the Chevy to the levee and we're singing about it. Hi. It was very weird. Like, that was bizarre. You know what I mean? You touch under the podium. I don't know what that means, Turpa. That's very strange. I'm not sure what that means. It's hard to distinguish the troll versus what you just said. I don't know. I don't really like his promos are good, but they're just like bah, His Kevin Owens promo was his best as Pocket Aces. Yeah, you might be right. Just ask him about how AEW would be on business. I don't know what that means. Yeah, the Road Dogg said that. Yeah, I heard what Road Dogg said. He was talking about Jeremy Piven, I think. He said he was like a bad guest or something like that. So Road Dogg was like, yeah, Jeremy Piven was like irritated people in the back, and he didn't care about. We thought wrestling was. It seems like to me that Jeremy Piven thought wrestling was stupid, but I thought he got it. I thought Jeremy Piven was like he was trying to be a heel and he knew the whole thing, but I don't know. That's not really what Road Dogg is kind of saying. I'll give you an example of a real crappy interaction with a celebrity. Jonah Hill, Dogg said. Oh, maybe it was Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill, yes, he came to promote something at Madison Square Garden, and they ended up getting hot at him. I think it was Monday Night Raw, and Jonah Hill was supposed to be there to promote something. I don't know if there was creative differences. I just know a lot of people talked bad about him after his appearance on the show. It didn't happen. Hill is known for his work and movies, blah, blah, blah. We know his... Dogg revealed who he believes made the call to cancel Hill's appearance on November 21st, 2011. It would have been a Vince McMahon, Dogg said. I'm speculating, but so Road Dogg was saying that it wasn't Jeremy Piven then. It was Jonah Hill. The Road Dogg says that they just ex-nayed. Jonah Hill must have been a real piece of slime for them to get rid of him. We'll see what happens with the Green Bay Packers, but I think they might be in trouble. We'll see this year, what will happen. God damn, man. Why would go through the business? I don't know, Allison. That's a good point. What up, Tactics? You got open forum for another 20 minutes or so, man. We're just sitting here and trying to go through everything.
They certainly laugh at your misfortunes, fuckers.
You fucking mark!
Now that he has an Oscar nomination, they can't turn him down now, says Andre Lavandera. Well, also the other thing is, Vince isn't there, so maybe Vince was like, maybe Vince has probably never seen a Jonah Hill movie at all, right? He's never seen anything Jonah Hill whatsoever, Vince McMahon. And he's like, who is this fat guy who's here that isn't cooperating with my plans that I have for Raw and wrestling? You know what I mean? That's what it is. So, it's one of those things. The villain says, who will dethrone Roman, Seth, or Cody? Well, I always thought it was going to be Cody. It would definitely not be Seth. I mean, Seth is just never... At this point, Seth has solidified himself as a top mid-carder who can flirt with the mainstream, who can flirt with the top sometimes, but is really a top mid-carder. Honestly, I think Seth Rollins is stuck in between mid-card and top card stuff. Main card and mid-card. But, I mean, Seth is technically a main card guy, but I think at this point, Seth is so oversaturated from carrying shows. From Seth Rollins being the only guy or to carrying shows or things like that, that Seth Rollins, is just kind of oversaturated. So Cody Rhodes is the guy. Cody Rhodes is the new thing, the new prize that has the story, all that sort of thing. So when Cody comes back, it's Cody. It's not going to be Seth. Jason, I'm not going to answer that, bro. You're going to get timed out. I'm assuming you're a troll, so you get timed out, brother. But you might get timed out again. You might get banned if because, dude, listen, dude, I don't do that shit on my show. Other people do that stuff or whatever. It has nothing to do with me. I don't care. You can tell me about whatever you want to tell me about. I don't care about it. I don't do crying streams for an hour about crying about stuff that I knew about for years. I'm not going to do that. So that you can take that somewhere else. Take that over to somebody else who loves drama and going through people's chats and laughing about stuff until it happens to them. Go watch one of those people. Don't bring it here, man. I'm not gonna answer that question. You know what I mean? So sorry, bro, but I just don't do that here. You know what I mean? Not going to answer that question. You watch my streams every day. My streams are about all kinds of stuff. My streams are not about, people with fucking minimal channels who just obsess over other men all day, you know, or who pretended to be a friend for years so they could have a little stream or something, and then pretend like they're not drama-seeking weirdos. I don't talk about those people. I do a lot of shit over here that we don't talk about that. You know, come on, bro. Go see Cheese Man if you want to see that. Bucks and Omega will be back soon, says Shabazz Jones. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it looks like they are. It looks like the Bucks tweeted out something or they mentioned something. So it looks like the Bucks are on their way back. So the Bucks are on their way back. Still no champion on Raw. What is the point? Well, I know USA Network is not happy. USA Network, I'm telling you, man, it's not that USA Network feels completely raped, but they feel slighted. USA Network feels slighted. That is a fact. Because USA Network, they understand that Fox is the bigger channel. They totally get it. Fox is the bigger channel. They're going to get bigger ratings. You know, if you brought Monday Night Raw to Fox, they'd probably have 3 million viewers. You bring Monday Night Raw to Fox, they might have 3 million viewers. SmackDown's over on Fox, they get 2.5 million. Raw's on USA Network, they're doing 1.8 million, 1.7 million. But I'm telling you that they're still, the USA Network is looking at that and they're like, well, all right, they're doing almost 800,000 more people than we are every week. What's the biggest difference? And I think that they think that it's not just that Fox has the bigger network, obviously. It's also that they believe that Roman Reigns is over there. The biggest draw at this point in the company, the world champion, the biggest draw, the most interesting story usually week to week. He's over there. And he's not over here. And that's a major issue. And I'm telling you that they understand this. They are aware. And they're like, you know what? Could we maybe get some of that over here? And, you know, now recently ratings have been better, so maybe they're finally like, oh, yes, ratings are better. But there's no doubt that the USA Network isn't looking at that a little bit and thinking like, this is kind of dicey, you know, that we don't get a little support, you know. We get a name over here, we get the bigger stuff over here, we get a 3-hour show, yeah, but I mean, I think the USA Network thinks that they should be at 2 million, over 2 million every week. You know, or maybe they might even think that they need to be at more, but because they have the Raw brand show. But they have to know that Fox obviously is going to get more viewers. I mean, that has to be. Yeah, I actually need to cancel a lot of my cable as well. I'm the same way. Because I think I've made the decision that once I still had the discount YouTube TV. I had a discount because I was grandfathered in to YouTube Premium and YouTube TV 5 years ago, you know, as a beta tester on YouTube or whatever for them. But this is the last year. So it actually started charging me last month. So now it's like $68 a month or something. So I cannot afford that. So what I'm doing is I'm just gonna get rid of everything but internet. Just keep internet only. And then I think I'm gonna keep YouTube TV because then I can walk around mobile device, you know, that sort of thing. To be able to view stuff, you know, when I'm driving and things like that. Well, not view it while driving because I'd get in a car accident, but I mean, you know what I mean, when I'm traveling. I can listen to it. Just so bored of these 3 years of Roman beats. Yeah, that's the only thing is that Roman Reigns, although it's like the big thing going and whatever, it's sort of the same thing every week. It's like the bloodline and, you know, acknowledge me, and that's really all that's, you know, but they've done a good job every single time. Yeah, YouTube TV is really expensive. Jean-Jacques, you're right, bro. It is expensive. And honestly, they don't have NESN anymore on YouTube TV, so I can't watch local Red Sox or Boston Bruins games. But honestly, I've had no time to watch hockey anyway at this point. I never thought I'd say that, but I have no time to watch. The last 2 years, I've had no time to watch really hockey or baseball. So I've been just catching the highlights on YouTube. So now if I strike gold in my backyard tomorrow, and I become rich, and I can quit some jobs and stuff, I would bring back cable, because I'd want to watch the Bruins. I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna watch the Bruins all the time. Back before I could always watch them. I would only stream like twice a week. I would do Monday Night Raw. I'd do Out of Nowhere, and then I would do Monetize This. I'd do 3 streams a week and then I would work my regular job, and I'd watch the Bruins almost still. I would still be able to watch the Bruins, but I can't now. I have no time. So why pay $100-something? Knock $30 off of YouTube TV, knock $100 off the cable bill. That's $130 right there. Boom. What up, Getty Lee? How big are you down there, Getty Lee? Colonel Stutters is here. I have the second highest quality internet from Verizon. I pay $86 a month. Yeah, see, that's what I'm going to get, something like that. The speeds are nuts. Don't need anything else at this point. I got Netflix, Paramount Network, and YouTube TV, and just ditch everything else. They knock $150 off. Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, oh my God, bro. Oh my God, dude. What are you saying? Tactics, that's what I do for the NFL games. That's what I do for the NFL games, Will Tactics says. Stevie O. Matt Patricia is facing a former team next week. Jones should be fine against the Lions. Dude, Jones ain't going to play next week. What the hell are you on? Jones ain't playing next week. Dude, there's no way that Mac Jones is playing next week. He got a horrific fucking injury, bro. He got a horrific fucking injury, dude. He is not playing next week. He is not playing. No fucking chance. No chance. Absolutely not. There is no way. I think he's going to be out for 3 to 6 weeks. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but, whatever. But I'm going to say 3 to 6 weeks this guy's out. Because that looked bad. I mean, or he did look pathetic, though, getting carried off the field. Like, Mac Jones is like he was like really like, I mean, I'm sure he was hurt and whatever. I'm just saying he looked really kind of pathetic. Like, where's is there a video? Like, there's a video of it, right? And there's like this, I think it's now kind of like a famous shot of him getting carried off the field. Kind of like when Paul Pierce got carried off the court. Let me see here if I have a picture of it, because it's really funny. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I mean, this is just like the saddest photo you've ever seen of Mac Jones being look at Mac getting taken off the field. I mean, it's like I mean, it's not funny. I mean, it's got to be painful, and I'm sure I'd probably be crying, maybe, I don't know, but dude, I would be a wreck, because that's a very and I feel everything. I have bad I have bad nerves. Like, my wife probably has way better nerves than I do. So, but I mean, it is funny. I mean, if this happened to me, I'd be showing him a picture of me crying about it too. I'd laugh and make fun of myself. I mean, that looks rough, dude. That looks real rough. Oh my God. My fucking leg.
They certainly laugh at your misfortunes, fuckers.
Ryback, do you have any comments on seeing Mac Jones injured like this? Ryback, anything to say, Ryback? Interesting. But yeah, let's go get it. Let's grab a little like that. That's the face. This is the face of somebody who's going to be out like fucking 4 weeks. Let me tell you something. If you make this face, you get injured during a game, and you make this face getting carried off the field, you better be out for like 4 weeks. You can't just come back the next week after making this face. You got to save face and be out. Because if you're out like 4 to 6 weeks with like a horrific high ankle sprain, then this makes more sense. But if you're out with a high ankle sprain and you come back the next week and it's like that you made this face screaming, it's like, man, you had a sprain in your back. Like, come on. Ugh. Like this is not acceptable. Like manly wise. Like your manhood is at stake at this point. You got to be careful. So I see this as a point of if I'm Mac Jones and I see this photo going around, I'm pissed. And I'm like, but maybe I do want to come back next week because I want to get on the field and kick ass. Because I'm like, nah, dude, I got to show people. But this is why he got hurt, because he was trying to overdo it. And it makes sense why he was trying to overdo it, because every time the Patriots did well last week, then the Ravens came back and did something better, or they made a mistake. The Patriots were actually doing an amazing job of keeping up with the Ravens, but every time they got to that point of being able to take over, they dropped the ball or they screwed up something and then they had to come back again, and then they screwed up. They had to come back again and they screwed up. They come back again and screwed up. And then at the very end, I'm like, I'm thinking this guy's going to hurt himself trying to overcompensate, and there he gets hurt in the game. You talk about the cherry popping daddies. I mean, this don't look good. This don't look good. There's no way you're back the week after, after looking like that. The man card is out the window at that point. As a Pats fan, I'm pissed, but it's funny because it's true. Yeah, it sucks for us, man. I mean, you like Jeb Hoyer, whatever his name is. Hoyer is coming in. Like, we're fucking screwed. Hoyer. By the way, did anybody get the Diablo invite for the beta? Let me know. Me and Leah got the invite, but then you still have to sign an NDA and then sign up for it or whatever. So I don't know if you still don't know when you're going to get picked for it, or whatever. But I'm assuming we're going to get something. So Dave wants to call in to discuss the AEW card. Yeah, maybe in a minute. We'll see. Let me see how much time I got left. I might not have any more time left. I don't even know. I didn't even look at what the card is, because I know that the Hurricane's going on tonight, but I'm sure they've set something up by now. So we'll see. Leah is waiting for Overwatch 2. What's up, villain? I don't think Leah's not an Overwatch fan. I think my son plays Overwatch. But Leah doesn't really like Overwatch stuff. Yeah, it's taking place in Philly, but that's even worse because that means all the wrestlers with homes in Florida, a lot of them flew back to Florida or had to fly there or had to get their families or whatever. I mean, you know what I'd do? I'd pay a guy. I'd pay a guard. I'd be like, dude, I'm gonna give you $4,000 to babysit my home during the hurricane. Put yourself in harm's way and sit in my house with a weapon in case anybody tries to loot my house. And I'll give you $4,000, and me and my family will be in Philadelphia for AEW. See you later. That's what I'd do if I was a wrestler who made good money. If the wrestlers don't make good money, well, I just roll the dice and I'd go to Philly. I'd be like, dude, let's not stay in the hurricane. Let's roll the dice. Let's go to Philly, do Dynamite, and then we'll fly back to Florida like 2 days later and hope that everything's intact. I guess. Depends how, because or you're there to ride it out, and part of you wants to be there because what if one of your windows blows in? What if some of your roof blows off, right? But your house is still good, but part of your roof blows off, and then shit from your house is blowing out all over the place, and you're not there to patch it up. You know, a couple of days after the storm, it's still windy, and your roof is jacked up. Water is raining into the home. You know, you want to be there to throw a tarp up and start, you know, working on it. Then you got to get estimates from builders. I mean, I don't even know, dude. I can't imagine to be in a situation where you're actually thinking about that, where you're thinking about, wow, we got to find like a carpenter. We got to find a, you know, insurance claim. How do we, you know, what do we have to do for all this stuff? You have all the time you want to give. What a Pat. Well, I'm taking off for work in a few minutes, so. Eagles defense looks insane. I think the Eagles defense looks insane, but I think the Miami Dolphins defense looks pretty good as well. Let's take a moment to watch Joe Cronin skating around like an idiot. Look at my ass in that. Cronin with the puck. Here he comes. He crosses the blue line. He's going to break away. Score! Sorry. You got to play posts. When nobody shows up to play pickup hockey like this, you got to play posts. Somebody said this the other day, and I remember, so I pulled up the video. Yeah, this is what happens. You know, I'm expecting 15 guys. Every Friday in the morning, there was 15 guys. I show up this day, nobody. But I used to play hockey at nighttime, and that was the better time. Nighttime was always the fun. 2 hours, you slip the Zamboni guy an extra $30 or whatever, and you drink beers and you play for 2 hours. It's a lot of fun. But on Thursdays or Friday mornings, I would skate in the morning, and I remember that 15 guys showed up 2 weeks earlier. The next week, 7 guys showed up, so we had to, I think we did half ice or something. And I show up the week after that, and nobody's there. So I'm forced to just skate around and play posts. That was disappointing. Nobody shows up. No one shows up. No one show up to hockey. How pathetic is this? And then it got to the point where I had to play 3 posts. So the only way I could score a goal is if I had 3 posts in a row. That's how bored I got. I was like, all right, it only counts if I get 3 in a row. So I would skate around, shoot from different places, and try to get 3 posts in a row, 3 posts in a row, man, I got a goal. That's how I had to entertain myself when nobody shows up to hockey. And there it is. That's the third. So that was a goal. 3 posts, that was a goal. So, yes, if no one shows up to pick up, I forget who asked this question the other day, but this is what you do. You just have to deal with what you got. See, no goal there. That'd be 5-hole. I was so bummed right there. I remember thinking that. I can still remember that day. And I was so bored that I set up my camera and I was just doing goofy stuff because I was bored. It was a sad day. Little did I know I'd be even sadder when 3 years later I'd get a huge concussion and then decide to never really go back to playing hockey there again.
You all have decided to take your hard-earned money and to fund my show, to fund what I do, to fund what I believe in, to fund my godly ass. JCS Army, donate to me. Spectral Citizen! Acknowledge me. Acknowledge me. Yo, Spectral Citizen, thank you so much.
Your work alcoholic Joe. Love the show and your awesome dono alerts.
Spectral Citizen, you're the man, bro. Spectral Citizen, if you love the donation alerts, then you'll love the brand new $40 donation that's available now. It's controversial. It's a little naughty, but the brand new $40 donation, plus the $9.99 Scissor Me donation, and the full Scissor Me song up on Patreon now. No, but thank you, Spectral Citizen, man. Thank you so much for the tip, dude. Hey, man, I got 3 kids and a lot of stuff I got to pay for, so I got to be a workaholic. You should be a workaholic, too. You know what I mean? Lucky enough that I can still see my fam, though. That's cool. I mean, some people have to go become like a worker and they have to go move somewhere and miss their family for 7 months or work in a coal mine or something. You know, luckily that's not where I'm at. But yeah, you got to do it, man. I got $5,500 worth of bills a month, and I'm actually gonna have more now. I got the agreement with the IRS people. Fucking $1,100 a month. Spectral, thank you, dude. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for taking your money from your hard work and giving me that much of a tip. Like, I seriously appreciate it. It's nice of you, man. Spectral Citizen is also a member in the chat. What up, dude? By the way, Spectral Citizen with a fucking fire beard. I could not grow that, just so you know. Let's go back up there. Look at that. If that's really a cartoonage of yourself, then that's a hell of a beard, bro. I do not have a beard. Thankfully, I have a, you know what I mean? I love my wife, think she's beautiful, and I've had 3 kids. Because if I didn't have kids by age 38, like right now, and I didn't have a girlfriend, and I had this beard, I would just be dead. I'd be like, oh man, I guess, I'd be pretty down. So what I lack in this man beard, I make up with having a manly family of, I don't know what I'm trying to say, man balls. The Bengals secondary should be able to contain Hill and Waddle. Yeah, Cincinnati's pretty good there. They might be all right. I have to look at that closer, though. That's my mortgage, says Colonel Stutters. Yeah, bro, it's pretty scary. I like to bring these things up just to tell people, like, because people will say, why do you work so much? That's why. So, unlike Mustafa, I'm not afraid to tell people things. I don't mind telling people things. My mortgage is about $2,500. So $2,500 plus $1,200 or so to the Uncle Sam. And then $500 a month to the Massachusetts Uncle Sam. And then $250 for gas, $200, $300, $400 for electrical, car insurance, internet, cell phones, food for the kids. You're looking at $6,000. Go add that up. That's why I work. That's why I work so much. So when people wonder why I work so much, not that I have to tell anybody, but there you go. Go add that up. It's like fucking $6,000. So, and how do you save money at that point? So, yeah, bro, it's a lot. But you know what? I'm very lucky to be able to just hit that mark every month. So I'm thankful for another month. I'm thankful that I hit that every month. It doesn't leave any money left over at all usually, but and I'm in the negatives quite a bit, but we're making it month to month. So I appreciate it, man. And working one job isn't enough anymore at all. You're right, Tactics. And the other thing, too, is there's so much going on with my kids, with whether a kid is sick or out of school or things to do or appointments or whatever, that I like to, my wife could probably get a full-time and I could just work 2 jobs. But I'd rather work 3. That way she can take care of that and do her part-time. I'd rather her work a part-time and the full-time taking care of the kids. And I work 3 part-times. You know what I mean? I'd rather do that. So I've got it figured out that I do 3 part-times. She does 1 part-time and then does her motherly job. So that works out great for us. It's a lot of fucking shit. But if she went to get a full-time, I mean, now the kids, I might have to leave my things to help, so it's just hard to think about all that. It's a lot of shit, man. You guys know it. You guys are all dealing with it too, man. Especially if you've got kids. You guys are all working 2 jobs. We're all working a side hustle.
You raised a piece of shit.
It's crazy. Eric Cartman, brah.
Hey, you fat big piece of shit! Donkey raping shit eater!
Donkey raping shit eater. Eric Cartman, thank you for becoming a member, man. What the hell, dude? The fucking picture, dude. Oh my god, bro.
Fuck you donkey raping shit eater!
Dude, I'll never forget being actually. No, we didn't sneak in the theater to see that. We snuck in to see American Pie in 1999. 1999, I was like 15 or something. We snuck into the movie theater to see American Pie. Or we might have snuck in to see South Park too, I don't remember. But what was funny about that is I think we snuck in to see South Park. And then in South Park, the movie, they sneak in to see a movie. And I thought that was really funny. And dude, in the theater, when I was sitting there like eating the fucking popcorn, and he goes, "Fuck you donkey raping shitty." Like, dude, I don't know, bro. That just cracked me up. It's the way he says it. It's just such a ridiculous thing. Donkey raping shit eater. Like, nobody had ever said that, I don't think. Ever. You know what I mean? Remember when George Carlin said that on one of his stand-ups? He goes, "As soon as I'm done chopping my dick off with these scissors, I'm going to cornhole my mother." Like, no one has ever said that phrase or sentence before. What up, Ty Stro? If not too personal, was the tax issue because of YouTube? Yes, it was, Ty. I was a moron, and I was off by about $12K every year for about 4 or 5 years. Not around that number. But then if you add penalties and things like that, it's crazy. It's all my fault. It's nobody's fault but mine. It's nobody's fault. Don't want sympathy. I owe money. I have to pay my fair share like everybody else. I just have to, it's just kind of hard to do it. And it's scary with all the letters and them calling and, like, scary things going on. Like, it's, like, I can see why people kill themselves over this sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I hate the mailbox. Like, dude, when I moved into this house, I was so happy about everything, and I'd open the mailbox and I'd be like, I have my own home, I have mail, I love my mail. Oh, look at now I stare at the mailbox and I don't even look at it, and then I wait a couple of days, and then I go into the mailbox and grab a pile of stuff. It's just the worst. I don't know why. I see why people end themselves. You know what I mean? Dude, I almost, like, if someone hit me head on tomorrow, my family would get insurance money from my death. I'd almost, at least if I died on the highway, it would all be taken care of. You get like $500,000 in life insurance. So if you're out there, just remember to never get behind in that shit. But probably you won't, because my situation was spectacular. But yeah, South Park the movie is fucking great. Dude, those songs are wonderful. You talk about Rastaffa liking musicals. South Park's a musical. I love South Park. Dude, that Devil song, like, all the songs are great, right? All the songs are great. The Terrence and Phillip stuff, all those things, they're all wonderful. But, dude, that Devil song, is so unbelievable, dude. Like, without evil there can be no good, so it must be good to be evil sometime. Up there is so much room where babies burp and flowers bloom. Like, it's like dude, like, they made, this is a real fucking, like, it's a real musical. It's unbelievable. Shut your effing face, Uncle Effer, and just through the whole thing is like, the whole thing is a hit. Like, they didn't just make, even in musicals, right? Even in musicals, a lot of times there's like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 musical numbers, and a lot of times you're lucky if you get the intro theme is really good, and then there's one like hit song in the thing, and then the other songs are just there, right? So a lot of times you get 2 good hits. You get the theme of the show, which is good, and then you get a song in there somewhere that's really good. But then everything else is kind of, iffy or trash or cringe or run-of-the-mill. Dude, South Park, I mean, dude, what would Brian Boitano do if he was here right now? I'm sure he'd kick an ass or two. That's what Brian Boitano do. That's a hit right there. Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker. You're the one that fucked your uncle. Like, that's another one. Up there, there's so much room with babies burping. That's number 3. That's 3. That's another hit. Certainly, maybe they're not 10 out of 10s or 9 out of 10s. You know, like Cats. What does Cats have? One song? Every other song sucks other than Midnight on the... Like, that's the only song. Everything else sucks. Right? You know, but like, when you can get a theatrical thing is when you get more than 2 songs. It's like, wow, you got more than 2. It's pretty goddamn good. Blame Canada. Blame Canada. Because the greedy little lies are dreadful lies. Blame Canada. Blame Canada. They're not even a real country anyway. Like, it's like, these are all jingles that, and you know, maybe they're not epic theatrical songs or theater songs in a way, but they're certainly hit jingles, all of them. And they're all in that movie. And there's probably another one. Well, Cosmo's a bitch. She's a big fat bitch. She's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world. She's a big fat bitch. She has stupid hair. She's a bitch to all the boys and girls. Have you ever met Carl Betty? Mom, she's the greatest bitch in the whole wide world. She's a stupid bitch. Kyle's mom's a bitch. Yeah, she's such a dirty bitch. I really mean it, Kyle's mom. I haven't seen this movie in like a while. She's a big fat fucking bitch. Like that. Boom! It's another one. What else is there? How many more? I mean, we're on. What are we on? 4 or 5? There might be another one. I mean, dude. Yeah, but see, Team America. I can't remember any songs from Team America other than, you know, America. Like, that's the one song. Did they have other songs in it? I don't even remember now. Because you know what? I didn't really like Team America that much. I laughed a couple times pretty loud at a few things. Like, dude, when the blocks explode and the puppets come down and the Matt Damon puppet goes, Matt Damon. Like, and then the puppet of Helen Hunt, she goes, Helen Hunt. Like, that's really funny to me. That murdered me. I started laughing in hysterics at that part. And there's some other funny parts too. But pretty much it's just that part and the America song, and that's about it. But South Park, from the beginning to end, to me, is a goddamn masterpiece. Seriously. Like, I don't remember much else. But that thing was a damn masterpiece. No doubt about it. And thank you to Eric Cartman for becoming a member. Listen, I got to wrap it up, guys. I've been live for a very long time. I got to get out of here. I'll give you 5 minutes. I'll give you a 5-minute countdown to say whatever in the chat, to super chat, to donate if you want, whatever. Drop it now. Do it now. There's a $9.99 Scissor Me donation. There's a $40 new crazy donation. Just drop it in the chat. Let's just figure it out. We got 5 minutes left before I got to get out of here. So get wet. Sorry. AEW next week in Toronto, Dave says. Yeah, that'd be awesome. That's going to be cool, man. I bet you that's going to be a hot crowd. Let's go. It'll be funner than watching the Maple Leafs lose again. Freedom isn't free. That's a hefty effing fee. I don't remember that one. I guess I got to watch. Maybe I should watch Team America again. It's been a while. I didn't love it. You know, I thought it was good, but I mean, dude, there's just nothing. South Park, bigger, longer, uncut, man. Where's AJ Adams? I don't know. AJ Adams is always here and there. You know, he's probably sleeping. It's 2:00 in the afternoon, and we know what AJ Adams is like, Mastodon. He's probably sleeping, bro. He's probably looking for those pineapple eaters or whatever he says. Check out their early film, Cannibal, the musical. I'll check that out. I haven't seen that. I've certainly seen, what is it called? Sextron or whatever. What was it? What the hell was the weird one they did? Orgasmo. Yeah, Orgasmo. I've certainly seen that a lot of times. But that's a different, you know. I remember I saw Orgasmo because I watched the The Weird Al movie, UHF. I watched UHF. I rented UHF and Orgasmo, and we had a party going on, 1999 or 2000 maybe, or it was 90. It was earlier than that. It was like 97. Yeah, it was 97, and those were two of the movies we rented, I believe. So we'll see what happens. But I do think that it was something like that. How was that last Beavis and Butthead movie? It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I don't think it had the charm of the 1998 or
Super
movie,
Chat
but
party.
It was good.
Wow, classic will be the death of me.
Yeah, tell that to my wife too. Tell that to Leah. Wow, classic will be the death of me. Yep. That's basically what's going on right now, Mastro. Cody Mastro coming in with a $5 super chat party at the end of the show here. Thank you, Cody. Yeah, I mean, that's what my wife has been doing. Whenever she gets a free minute, she's on there. Wrath of the Lich King right now is roaring for people. I mean, who would think? It's too. I cannot play WoW. I would not do it. My life would have to end in order for me to play WoW, and I would just not. I have no time to do it. I would never do it. I can only do Diablo, because Diablo, it's like you can play as long as you want, or you just stop. I can just start playing Diablo, and I can stop. Play for 10 minutes. Last night, I played Diablo for 15 minutes. I found a primal and a couple other things, and then I was like, well, I'm getting off now. And certainly I didn't make a ton of progress, but at least I was able to just do something and, whatever. But if I was playing WoW, it's like, no. I'd have been up all night. I would have, called out of work or something. I would never do it. Never could I do that right now. Absolutely not. It would be, oh, God, it'd be crazy. Let me see if I can find this clip here. Let's take you back in time, everybody. Sit with me as we go back in time to where Bullfrog made Bullsy's head explode. Do you guys remember this? Maybe you don't. This was from a long time ago. This is from back in March of 2021, where Bullfrog made Bullsy's head explode. Listen to the derangement in Bullsy's head because of how tarded Bullfrog is. Listen to this. Classic clip right here. Let's go ahead and I think he turns into a Japanese swordsman in this clip.
Quiet about the whole goddamn thing. This is making so much
I am
wrong.
not saying you're wrong. It's like, whoa!
Oh my God! I gotta clip that.
Not saying you're wrong. It's like, it's like,
oh my God, dude. It's like, I don't remember what episode of Corrupted that was, but that was a good one.
Are you my new daddy? Scissor me, ass man.
wrong. It's like, it's like,
Let's grab that. Let's slow that up.
like,
Bro, I mean, that is a Japanese samurai warrior right there that he's impersonating right there. I mean, what else could he be doing there?
it's like,
Dude, pass out. Oh my god. The way that he ramps up and explodes. Oh my god, bro. I found this by accident the other day. Man, Bolsey, you have no idea how much I was dying. And thank you for the donations the other day, Bolsey. And that, oh my god. It prompted, and when Bolsey donated later on, what I did was I was like, you know, this popped into my head that I remembered him ranting on Bullfrog, but I couldn't remember where it was. And it just popped into my head. And then I found this, but I did not remember that this part was that funny. All right, listen, we got to wrap it up, man. I got to get going to my, I got to get going to worky. And this was my second job today, so on to the third one. I thank you for being here with me, guys, for this kind of chill hangout stream, an hour and 40 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for hanging out with me. Pat Carnes, thank you. Spectral Citizen, everybody else. TKO Rising here. How you doing? What episode was this? TKO, I don't remember, but it was one of the last ones. I know that. It was probably one of the last 20 episodes of Corrupted. I do know that on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. The villain says both retarded. Damn. Calling out Bolsey. Shit. Surprised. Let me see. Anything else? T-Rex scenes was funny, villain says. Cody Mastro, thank you, sir. Thank you to Allison Tagwa, the top donation of the stream. And she did it twice, so thank you for that. To her, very, very nice of her to drop the big ones. That was cool. And that's about it, man. We're good to go. Later, Spectral. I'll see you tonight. I'll see you all tonight for the AEW Dynamite review. Mastodon says Garguts rules.
Hey, I'm at the bar. You want to go in the restroom?
Blah. Hey, I'm at the bar. You want to go to the restroom? Blah. You really think he rules after saying something like that? He's going to basically go in the restroom and pump some girl, you know? It's kind of weird. Come on, man. Be better. Be better. That being said, let's go out with the Scissor Me song. Because Scissor Me Daddy. Scissor Me. I kind of was thinking about Blumpkin too, but all right, guys, thank you for being here. You guys are the best. I will see you a little bit later.
Are you my new daddy? Scissor me, ass man.
Hey, thank you. Thank you to Eric Cartman for becoming a $5 patron. Eric Cartman, thank you so much. $5 patron. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Thank you. There's my wife drunk right there. Download this song on Patreon now.
All I want you to do is Just scissor me. Please just scissor me. Do scissor me. All I want you to do is scissor me. All I want you to do is scissor me. Please would you scissor me? All I want you to do is scissor me, Daddy. All I want you to do is scissor me. Scissor me, would you please scissor me? Scissor me, Daddy! I'm not sure what they were doing, but...
Oh my. Dragon's Roar is one. The new trailer for House of the Dragons is here. The HBO original series premieres on August 21st on HBO Max. Wow. Man, you're all jacked up on... Dragon's Roar is one. The new trailer for House of the Dragons is here. The HBO original series premieres on August 21st on HBO Max. Wow. Man, you're all jacked up on...